I've been throwing up gang signs since we have been talking on this fucking episode. And you're like, what is that on your finger? I know that's one of the things that some of you, if not all of you, are asking. Did you break your digit? Did you... What did you do? Did you slam it in a car door? Did you finger bang some lady at the sock hop? And you got a little bit frisky and broke that shit? No. Let me explain what happened. So I was getting in on the video games today. I was playing Warzone. I was boosting my stats, upgrading my sniper rifle. And I could only play a few games today. And I told my buddy David, you may have known David from previous podcasts. I told David, I said, hey man, I got to go do adult stuff. I can't sit here playing these kiddie games all day. While I do enjoy bunker busting, I do enjoy going to the Verdansk nightclubs. If you play Warzone, you understand what I'm saying. I do enjoy going to the gas stations in Verdansk. I do enjoy the Verdansk football teams. I do enjoy it. But I can't do that shit all day long. I've got to go do adult stuff. I've got to take care of my house. I've got to go clean up after myself. I got to do a little bit of laundry. Maybe I do some dishes today. I'm a single man, I'm a single man. I ain't got anybody breathing down my neck telling me what I can and can't do. So sometimes my house gets a little bit of fucking in disarray. So sometimes I got to take care of it, much like many of you. So I said, hey man, I got to go. And so I went and I was like, I got dishes. I got to do dishes. Well, in the sink, I didn't have an overflowing pile of dishes, but I had a few. I had like 2 plates. I like to make microwavable grilled cheeses, so I made some of those last night when I was fucking hammered. Make some cheese and rice. Make some ramen noodles. But I had 2 plates. I had 2 plates inside of my fucking sink. And I had a pot for making fucking water boil and stuff, and I had that in there. Then I had a couple forks, a couple knives, and a couple spoons. But also inside of there, I had one of my favorite fucking utensils, which are fucking cutlery, was a fucking Damascus steel chef's knife. And this is where the plot thickens. So, let me talk about why I have this blade, because you're like, why do you have to explain? Why do you have a Damascus steel fucking knife? You don't have to explain it. We understand. They're badass. We get it. But I do have to explain why I have this specific knife to add details to the story. So, I am washing the dishes with a sponge, and because I like to wash them before I put them in the dishwasher, because I don't want to, the more you fucking clean them off, the less you got to deal with the dishwasher, having food trapped in the filters and all that stuff. It just makes your life easy. No mess, no fuss. So I take a fucking sponge to the dishes. I put the plates in there, sometimes I take my Zia, my dog, and I fucking let her pre-wash is what I call it. And she cleans that shit, and then it's less of a mess to clean up. And I throw it in the dishwasher, great. But the Damascus blade is a little bit different. You got to clean it before you put it in there, because you might risk the fact that all of the residue from whatever you've been chopping up, you've been chopping some carrots, you've been chopping some fucking beef, some cow body, you've been chopping that cow body. There might be some residue on there. You need to clean it. So I like to pre-wash all my shit, and I use a sponge on this blade But when I pick this fucking thing up, because it has eaten my hands before. If you look at this blade wrong, you get cuts. Because it's so fucking sharp. It's so fucking sharp. I fucking hate this blade, but I love it. It's a love-hate relationship with this fucking thing because it has tasted my blood plenty of times. And by plenty, I mean I've had it for fucking 2 or 3 weeks, and it's cut me 4 times. God damn it. And not by my own fucking hand. It's not by my own hand. I just reach in to grab a plate and I'm like, God damn, there's a blade. Wow. And it fucking gets you. You cannot get close to the blade edge of this fucking thing. Because it fucking gets you. I don't know if you've had a fucking sharp knife, but if you have one of these fucking late night television blades that can cut through fucking leather straps and shit, and they'll show you. The Ron Popeil fucking knife will fucking show you. They'll show you. Look at me cut through this fucking Bible. The blades are super sharp. And I have one of those blades. Not the Ron Popeil Bible cutting blade, but I do have a fucking Damascus steel blade. And it is, I love and hate it. Okay, so let's continue on the story because I'm drifting off. I reach into the fucking sink. And I grab this blade, after and I'm very cautious because it has gotten me a few times now, as I just said. And I take the sponge and I start going on like the flat edge of it. And I'm like, God damn it. I need to wash this. I should have, hindsight 2020, I should have thrown it in the fucking dishwasher and said, fuck it. And I didn't even talk about this. The reason I have this blade to begin with is because when I moved down here to fucking Arkansas, I didn't have anything. I just left with the bare minimums. The computer, the fucking camera equipment, podcast equipment, clothes, and my parachute because I fucking love to skydive and I'm going to talk about it. But I came down here with bare minimums and I fucking bought everything else. So when I came down here, I was like, knife's a knife. And I bought one of these fucking like butcher block things with fucking knives in it. And I didn't even look. But they weren't even stainless steel. They were like fucking aluminum. And then I'm like, put them in the dishwasher. And they're coming out with rust spots. And I'm like, what the fuck? I can't cut food with that. So I've been replacing shit in that butcher block. And I think I have like one blade left that doesn't have rust all over it. Throughout the rest. But I've been slowly replacing knives. And this fucking thing, I was like, that's fucking dope. I'm going to get that. That thing, I want to fucking eat more meat. Getting on that carnivore diet. Looking after my health. And so I've been investing in better steel to cut meat. Cut that cow body. And so I got this Damascus steel blade. And it's been fucking awesome. With the exception of today. Because I can deal with little fucking nicks, but I can't deal with what happened to me. It's fucking dramatic. So I'm washing this fucking thing. Fast forwarding. I can barely pick up this fucking beer. So I'm washing this thing. My hands are fucking slick wet. The blade is fucking got soap on it. I'm fucking washing it. Getting ready to fucking throw it in the dishwasher. And it slips out of my fucking hands. It slips out of my dick beaters. And I try to catch it, which was a giant mistake. And it fucking got the top of my finger. And it didn't just get the top of my finger. It sliced me to the fucking bone. I'm not joking whatsoever. I'm lucky that's all that happened. And it didn't even, I didn't even feel that it touched me. And I was like, fuck it. I thought it just fell into the sink. And then all of a sudden, just blood pouring down my fucking finger into the sink. Because obviously, if you have water and a cut, it doesn't fucking clot. And it comes out like a fucking water hose that's been burst. So that's what was happening. Luckily, I have some medical shit from my time in the military. Some quick clots, some all that stuff. And I grab it. But there's blood literally everywhere. It's fucking spraying out of my fucking hand. And I'm like, holy fuck. I'm okay with blood. There's a lot of people that aren't. But in my time in life, I have experience with dealing with medical stuff. And I am okay with blood, so it didn't fucking bother me. The only thing I fucking go like, when I look at cuts or anything like that, I'm like, how much blood is coming out? I'm like, wow, that's a lot. And a lot was coming out. So I grab my stuff and I start fucking just putting on gauze, putting on, first thing I did, I put on the quick clot bandage and fucking wrap that shit tight. It was fine. It was fine. And it was working out. And I put pressure for 15 minutes, wrapped it up, no blood coming through the fucking, the bandage, and it seemed to be stopping. So, I unwrap it because I'm trying to check out and clean it out because it was a fucking dirty ass knife. I'm like, I gotta clean it. And no blood coming out, but this one little piece. It's one little piece. And as soon as I pull that up, blood spraying out. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I gotta fucking go to the ER if this is what's happening. So, wrap it up again. And then mind you, there's blood everywhere. Like, it's all over the fucking place. So, and I'm not just talking like a little bit. I'm saying there's blood everywhere. Like, I probably lost a half a fucking pint of blood today. And so I'm like, I get some regular gauze and I put it on there and I'm like, fuck. When you're trying to put pressure in gauze, you take a little ball, put it on there, and then wrap it around, make it tight. Well, I was losing circulation in my finger. My fucking fingertip was purple, and it became painful after a matter of a few minutes. But I'm trying to stop the blood, so I don't give a fuck. I'm like, I can deal with this up to an hour, be good. So, same thing, 15 minutes. I think I gave it about 20 for that one. No, it wasn't pouring blood or anything. But as soon as I fucking took that off, it was like, and I was like, oh, god damn it, I'm going to have to go to the fucking hospital. You know, I have insurance, and I'm not worried about going to the hospital for terms of, like, getting stitches or whatever. But, like, for me, everything in my life revolves around how much time do I have, because I have a lot of stuff going on. And, you know, my son's in Washington and thinking about when I'm going to have him down here. You know, he just left not too long ago, and he'll be back here next month. But I just look at things different. Like, money isn't really a factor to me. A lot of what I focus on in life is how much time can I dedicate to something. So, and how much time is taken from me. So, the fact I was trying to wash dishes, and now I got to go to the fucking ER, which, if you've been in the ER, you know how much of a time suck that can be for something even super small. I'm not saying that you should go to the ER if you have something super small, like a cold or something like that, but for something like this, like I couldn't stop. It wasn't bleeding. It didn't stop bleeding. It was like my finger was on its period. It was bleeding for 7 days and I didn't die. But, and you don't trust me after that. You know, something that bleeds for a few days, you don't trust that. It's still alive. But anyway, I started to get worried because this happened 4 times. I fucking checked it out. You know, 3rd time I waited a half hour. Same thing. Fucking, and I was like, God damn it. I'm going to have to go get fucking stitches. I'm going to have to go to the fucking ER. And I don't want to. I've got other shit I have to do. Like do adult stuff. So anyway, I ended up wrapping it up. And this is the same bandage. This is the last one. Although it fucking hurts like a motherfucker. It is not bleeding or soaked through. So it worked. But, yeah. If you want a good blade, get that fucking Damascus steel. This is my promo for Damascus steel. If you want that shit, fucking get it, because it'll cut your fingers off. Maybe I'll do an update tomorrow and be like, look, I don't have a finger because it was infected, and I fucking get it taken care of. I should have gotten stitches. True story. I should have gotten stitches a few years ago for an open wound, and I didn't because I'm a fucking idiot, and it bothers me to this day. It's my gaping hatchet wound.